Hello everyone, this is Gage from Gondorian Smith, and as you can see, we're going to be doing something rather different. This is actually going to be a Let's Play of the last days of the Third Age mod for Mount and Blade Warband, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. This is kind of going to be an in-between kind of thing, because these are of course going to be much easier to upload than Reforged replays, and particularly after that last 2-hour one, I've actually gotten a lot of battles that are very long, so these will be a nice little break just in between all of them. So I think we'll go ahead and start a new game now. I actually used to play this mod quite a bit, but they have since made some updates, as this kind of menu setup was never here before, but it looks very nice. For now, I think we'll go ahead and go with the dawn of a new era, so that's going to be a good Let's Play. But later on, I think we will go ahead and try an evil Let's Play, if this one does well. But we will go ahead and select the dawn of the new era, which is who we fight for. And both the elves and dwarves, if we look here, I think I'm probably going to play Gondor, because if you can, as you can see, the campaign difficulty is actually at hard, and we actually will have 4 enemies from the start. And I don't want to actually play Rohan is average, so Gondor campaign is more difficult than them. But I don't actually want to play any of the elves, because as you can see, the elves campaign difficulties are all very easy, and that is mainly because the elven units are extraordinarily good. Also, for the evil Let's Play, I doubt I'll play as Mordor or Isengard, because they're both also easy. So I think if we play as evil, we might go ahead and go with maybe Moria, because they actually have a very hard campaign. But, actually, Imladris and Lothlorien, that's going to be a really hard one if we decide to do that. But anyway, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and go with Gondor, because they just have a hard campaign with 4 enemies. So we'll go ahead and close that off and select Man. We will be selector People, not Peeper. My bad. We'll go ahead and go with Gondor, the Kingdom of the White Tower. And normally in all of my previous just kind of playthroughs of this just by myself, I'd always selected Minas Tirith the capital. But I think we're going to be changing it up a little bit, and I think I'll go ahead and go with the Blackroot Vale, the fiefdom of archers. We're going to go with male for now. Become a hunter, bowman, or footman. I think I'm just going to go with hunter because, you know, just the default. I don't want anything to be too easy. And we will have it at realistic, no quitting without saving. And for name, I think I'll just go ahead and put it as a character from the Lord of the Rings, Baragond, who was not in the movies, but if you have read the books, you know that he was actually a Citadel guard, and he was very loyal to Faramir. And for character stats, I'm definitely going to be buffing a lot of charisma. I think I'll go ahead and put all 4 points into that, because the more charisma you get, the more leadership you can upgrade, and the more leadership points you have, you actually can have more troops in your party, which actually becomes very important later on when you run across huge parties of orcs and evil men. Also, power draw is maxed out, which is good, because I think I'll mainly be focusing around archery, at least in the beginning. Actually, maybe not, because it's fine, but I might not be focused too much on archery, honestly, just because in the beginning you don't actually start out with a bow, and also in the beginning you have to be kind of careful about spending your money. So I'll just go ahead and put the other points into surgery, which makes it so your troops have a better chance of just getting wounded instead of actually getting killed. And I think I will also put maybe 1 into trainer, so my troops can become better earlier. And I will also put something into, what's wildcraft? The ability to survive in the wilderness. Oh, you can hide from the enemy easier. Alright, bargainer, pretty easy to understand what that is. But I think I'll go ahead and put it into... we got 47 health, maybe power strike. Increases melee damage by 8%, and then I'll also go 1 more into iron flesh. Oh, we actually have 1 more as well. So I think I will go ahead and put this one maybe into... maybe spotting, so we can try to avoid the bigger parties earlier on. But I think I do actually start with a spear, so I'll go ahead and buff polearms for now a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and buff archery as well. There we go. We can now make our character. I'll just kind of make a quick character. Yeah, that looks about fine. Yeah, sure, it looks good. Hair color, maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah, that looks alright. Anyway, Middle-earth, a shadow is growing in the east, and dark things come forth that have long been hidden. The free peoples prepare for war, the like of which has not been seen for an age. Men, elves, dwarves, and orcs all will play their part. What part, however, remains to be seen. I would like to change one thing in the TLD options, and that is I would like the town NPCs to always be accessible from the menus. That way we can save just a little bit of time, so we don't have to go walking around to try to find the lords and guild masters and like stables and such things like that. So we will now go forth upon our chosen path. Go ahead and pause this also if you want to read it, but I might as well just read this beginning part because it doesn't seem super long. It's a bitter thought that a hero of this great kingdom should die within the sight of his land, unaided and helpless. The news of Boromir's death passed like a swift wind through all of Gondor, even to the plains of Pinithgalen and the hills of Lamdun, even to the shores of Pelargir and the coasts of Dol Amroth. The hearts of all your people are filled with grief and pity, and more besides, with fear and foreboding, for Gondor is hard-pressed and sore beset, ringed by implacable foes or uncertain friends. The shadow rises in the east as of old, the fracturitus. I'm sorry about that. Corsairs of Umbar grow bolder, the wild men of the east and south press their claims upon Gondorian land. While traveling to swear service to your liege lord, you chance upon a caravan being attacked by orcs. We'll go ahead and defend this caravan. And we'll tell everyone to follow us, because we don't want them to charge just headlong into all these orcs. At least not quite that. We've got, what, 3 cavalrymen, then a bunch of levies, it looks like, or Rohan youths, rather. Infantry can follow me. So they definitely have changed the setup a little bit. Cavalry, you can go ahead and charge that big guy, and let's go after him right away, because he looks like he could definitely be the deadliest section. Never mind, I'm just going to stab this guy in the head. We're going to able to knock him unconscious. And yeah, I think we'll be able to win this one. We can go ahead and tell our infantry to charge. I don't really want to go after this guy because you can see I am not looking super great on health. I mean, I'm okay. And also something to note is that unfortunately you cannot take orcs as prisoners. You can take evil men as prisoners, which is nice, but you can't take orcs as prisoners, which is rather unfortunate because you can get a lot of money from selling your prisoners. Looks like we are just about done with this battle. Oh, your horse died, my man. That's not good. And there we go. We have now won this battle. This episode I think will maybe be right around 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But the other ones will probably be around 20 minutes. Thank you for helping. We're now safe. My name is Torbal, and I was just delivering some goods when we were attacked. Have you seen a large orcs before? Things are afoot. War is coming. Go to the nearest town and wherever. And you guys can go ahead and pause this if you would like to look at it. But I'm pretty sure he's just going to explain us that a war is coming, and that he's going to explain a little bit about how money works. Yeah, some local currency of Rohan, so resource points, safe journey. Yes, okay, cool. Very nice. We're earned 10 rank points and 1 influence with Rohan. And something about the money is that unlike the standard... Ooh, that's not good. Unlike standard Warband, where gold is just, you know, universal, in this game there are actually resource points that are specific to only certain regions and factions. Like, you can use Gondor resource points to pay for Gondor troops, but you can't use Gondor resource points to pay for, like, elves that you bought from up here. So it is a little bit difficult to have foreign troops. However... you can't see the big map. Gondor is definitely one of the larger factions, but that is, of course, because we are going to be having to face against 4 evil armies. The Corsairs of Umbar, the Nomads of Khand, the Southrons from Harad, and, of course, the evil orcs from Mordor. And also, I should mention that the Great War technically begins once our character reaches level 7 or 8, I believe. Also, once that does begin, the evil factions in particular actually gain a few more settlements. Particularly, I think there's some outposts that just get set up around here, which make it a little bit easier. Because unlike, well, most of these settlements, there are some exceptions, but most of these settlements in this game actually get destroyed once they are taken over in a siege. Unlike standard vanilla Warband, where they just you know, change change factions. In this mod, most of these settlements will actually get completely destroyed. There are a few exceptions to that, but not a ton. But yeah, for now, oh, also, that's what I should mention. I guess this mod is basically this mod basically acts as if the One Ring just didn't exist, and the evil, or the good factions are going to have to try to fend off all the evil forces just through military power, which obviously, according to lore, would not really be possible, but it does make for a better playing experience. But right now, we need to try to avoid these tribal orcs who are following us. I think we might be faster than them. Yes, we are, in fact, are. And we have arrived in Erik. We will go ahead and go to the castle, see if the Lord has any quests for us. Now, this is, I believe, Duin. Yes, Duin. And I don't remember if he was actually the father or one of the 2 sons that were made their way to Minas Tirith for the siege of Minas Tirith, of course, in the Return of the King. Duin yeah, I don't remember if he was the father or the sons, or one of the sons, rather, but the two sons of the Lord of Erik actually were killed in battle as they led their archers close to the Mumakil to try to shoot at their eyes. However, I'm Dunhir, commander of Gondor and the ruler of Erik. Do you have any tasks for me? He needs to send a letter to Devorin, who should currently be at Calimbal. Certainly, we can go ahead and deliver a letter. We earned a few resource points of Gondor, which is nice. And I don't think we'll try to recruit anyone. Maybe, well, okay, their joining cost is 12, and their weekly wage is 4. We have 70 resource points, so I guess we can take... Yeah, we better take all of them. It's going to be somewhat expensive, I guess. You know, it'll be 36 of our 70 gold. But with all those tribal orcs roaming around, we're definitely going to need some companions. And there we go, yeah. So farewell, we'll go ahead and talk to the Guildmaster, who's basically just a basically a lower version of a lord who can also give us quests. How can I serve our cause? He needs to deliver some supplies. Linhir. We need 8 units of supplies to reach Linhir in 7 days. 210 resource points, definitely. We will go ahead and do that. Where is Linhir? I believe it's down here. So I think we're going to make our way to Calimbal, then to Linhir, and then we'll go to Lossarnoch and Minas Tirith, because I do kind of want to meet some of the lords around this area, particularly, of course, Denethor and Forlong the Fat, who lives in Lossarnoch. But without any further ado, I think we'll go ahead and make our way. But 7 tribal orcs versus our 4 troops, and one of them is me. Oh, okay, we're gonna fight him. All right, a group of tribal orcs is charging toward you. You have 4 troops fit for battle against their 7. The battle is taking place in the fiefdom of Lamden. Your order is prepare to face them because I don't really want to hide. I think we'll be able to do this, but it might be rather difficult. Okay, boys, follow me. All right. Okay, I was just reading the thing at the top. Interesting. However, okay, here they come, boys. Let's stand here. Try to have the archer get a few kills. I mean, he's kind of shooting into a tree, but that's okay. Alright, guys, come on, let's do this. You can do it, boys. I should mention that I'm not by any means great at the melee in Mount and Blade. I really haven't been. But, I'm expecting my troops mainly to do a lot of the heavy lifting for me. Although it looks like we are going to be able to win this fight. Yes, indeed we were. Very good, we did not lose a man. Give one good cheer there. Alright, very good. Pretty good start. And yes, the game has saved successfully. I don't think we got any money from that. Maybe not. But yeah, we can go ahead and take a look at our stuff. We don't have any gloves. You only have this poor shortened spear. We also don't have a helmet or a horse. We'll probably want to pick up some better armor, definitely a better weapon, as well as a horse eventually. But again, being early game, we don't have to deal with nearly as many enemy forces besides the tribal orcs. Alright, this is 8. I still think we'll be able to beat them. And it'll also be nice if we can actually upgrade our troops. So, folks, let's go over here. Oh, not just the archer, I meant everyone. Come on, guys. We only have one guy that has a bow currently. And I'm not quite sure if I want to upgrade... I'll probably upgrade these guys to archers, honestly, because I could get just the standard Gondor levies if I want to upgrade them to infantry. Whereas these guys actually can turn into pretty decent archers pretty early on. So I think I'll go ahead and upgrade them into archers. Don't know where the orcs are. Are they holding? They're on their way. I don't know what I was telling them. My troops use different weapons. Again, I haven't played this in quite some time, and like I said, they have made some updates, so I don't quite know how everything works just yet, but I will get there eventually. We have 2 rallies, it looks like, so if the morale starts breaking, we can rally our troops so they don't run away. And unfortunately, our archer seems to be focusing on the troops a little further behind, which is a little bit unfortunate. Still, though, prepare for a nice little stab. Oh, come on, man. How'd you miss that? Yes, boys. Get him. Poke. And use my stick. Oh, shoot. I'm almost dead. I'm going to go ahead and tell my guys to charge because I do not want to die. I think they'll be able to handle it. and maybe try to get some sneaky hits in from behind. Yeah, we'll win this. We'll win this. Okay, please don't chase me. Please don't chase me. Troops, help me! I need help! I'm sorry, I'm a coward. Okay, no, they're running away. We're good. So, very good. Looks like we were able to win once again, although it did take a lot of damage, and we did not lose a single troop. So, very nice. Very nice to know. And yes, we actually can upgrade a troop now. We only have 34, ooh yeah, bowmen and footmen. Okay, so we do now have an archer. Or no, a bowman technically, not an archer quite yet. But very good. We'll make our way to Calambal now, try to avoid the tribal orcs from now on. Because I would like to complete these quests, particularly that Linhir one, because that one we can only wait 7 days, I believe, to actually complete it. Otherwise we fail a quest, which is not good. We'll speed it up a little bit, but you want to be careful when you're speeding up to not get caught out by any forces that are around. And yes, okay, we were able to get here, thankfully. Something about Lambden is that they actually have some pretty decent cavalry, as well as, of course, Dol Amroth, which makes them nice. I'm Angbor, the fearless commander of Gondor, the ruler of Calambal. He was actually one of the guys that did not come to the aid of Minas Tirith in the siege of it. And that is because he had to deal with all of the corsairs that were coming up the river Anduin. And he and his very outnumbered forces were actually fighting the corsairs when Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, the dead of Dunharrow, and the rest of the Dunedain actually came up and helped out. And he was actually, unlike the movies, he and all of the Dunedain and such were actually the reinforcements that came on the ships. There were not actually the ghosts that came off the ships to help out in the siege of Minas Tirith. It was actually just men like Angbor the Fearless. However, do you have any tasks for me? No, you do not. Okay. Where is Deverin? Here's the guy that we need to deliver our letter to. I bring a message. Very nice. We are getting some influence and some rank points. Do you have any tasks for me? I have something you could help with, an issue with a lawless villain known as Deverin of Osgiliath. He murdered one of my bodyguards and has been on the run from judgment ever since. The news that he has been seen at Edhelland. Might be able to hunt him down. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that one. Eventually. We'll look out here. Oh, Edhelland's back this way. It's a little bit annoying, but we could go and get that quest done once we maybe travel over here and see what's up with Prince Imrahil. However, we need to go to Linhir for now. Try to avoid those goblins. Thankfully, most of the troops early on aren't going to be super high tier. We'll go ahead and fight these guys. There's only 5 of them. But something that I should mention is that the Corsairs are actually very, very good skirmishers. So you have to be very careful when dealing with them, because they can really, really punish you with their knife throwers and archers. So you have to be very careful when dealing with them. However, I don't think they have any cavalry, with the exception, of course, of the generals. And that is because I believe all of the generals or lords technically always start with a horse. Hopefully our archer will actually be able to get a kill. He's firing arrows along with the hunter. Yeah, Bowman of Blackroot Vale. Alright, come on, dude. Let's see if you were actually worth it. I believe he does actually have a sword, which is more than both of my other troops can say, which means he should be relatively decent in melee. Go ahead and charge, boys. Get out of my face. Oh no, my bowman! He was knocked out. No, the bowman! But thankfully, because of the surgery stat, I believe, he actually was not killed, because the surgery does, of course, increase the chances of a man only being knocked out instead of killed, which is, of course, very nice, because while he won't be able to be used probably for the next battle, after a little bit of time he will regain his health and be able to fight once more. But we actually just got another Bowman of Blackroot Vale, so we do still have one more. We've got 88 money, 22 weekly cost, so we do need to be working our way to try to get some more money, because we, of course, don't have much. However, the supplies quest that we're about to turn in now does actually give us 210 resource points, which should allow us to either buy some more armor or weapons, or maybe invest in some more troops. And I think I will go ahead and invest in some more troops. Alright, we were attacked by them. 5 more. But again, we do still have 1 archer. And, wait. Where's my other dude? Oh wait, never mind. I was confused. He's the one that's knocked out. Alright, but yeah, we should still be able to do this. Again, unfortunately, I don't have much health. But wait, I swear I had 1 more guy. What? I'm so confused. Alright. That's a little weird. this might actually be rather difficult, especially because as you can see, I'm really not regaining my health too quickly. And I believe the orcs actually do have a slight buff in the dark, or at night. I know they are faster at night at least, so that is a decent enough buff. Okay, I want them to take the initial damage, just because I don't have much health. Go and tell my infantry to charge. Yes, boys, we won, we won. GG. Actually, I think I killed 4 of them. Yeah, so good job, boys. Won another battle. And I can tell you that later on, this mod gets really intense, particularly because we have to face against 4 factions. It gets real hairy in Gondor. Not to mention the fact that I believe the Westfold settlement right here, it's kind of coded in that the Uruk-hai will pretty much instantly destroy it as soon as the Great War begins. So if we want, we could try to go up there and defend it, but I doubt we will be able to do so. However, it would be some good fun to try anyway. Alright, so another good victory. Hopefully we will be getting that other archer back into the fight pretty soon here. As well as I would like to regain some more of my own health. I would like to get a sword. I did buff, of course, my polearms. But I would like to get a sword just because it's a little bit easier to use, at least in the beginning, against these weaker troops. Go to the castle. No one's here? Alright, I guess I probably should have checked that. Guildmaster. Good day, my lord. I was told to deliver you 8 units of supplies, and yes, there we go. Ooh, actually advanced to 2 and 3. We have gained 210 resource points. Very good. Alright, how can I serve our cause? Escort a supply train to Henneth Anun. Ugh. Sorry, can't do that, man. I also don't even have enough soldiers to do so. But Henneth Anun, of course, the ranger outpost, is way over here, deep in Mordor territory, so it is somewhat difficult to get to, especially early game. But with that quest turned in, I think we can go ahead and actually maybe check out the smithy. We've got 313 resource points. Ooh, look at that Dolarmouth heavy mail. Very expensive, to say the least. Dolarmouth Knight Sword, one-handed, 1300. Oh my gosh, so expensive. Pelargir Sword, we can't even buy that. Rough leather gloves for 368. Oh my goodness, bro. Alright, definitely going to need to get some more quests, or maybe start looting. Maybe I should... Actually, we can buff our character again. We'll go one more into leadership so we can get more troops. And then I think maybe one into intelligence, because it allows us to get 2 more points in this area here. So I will go ahead and up looting to maybe get some better loot. And I will also upgrade... maybe pathfinding so we can go faster on the map, but maybe... No, I'll go one more into Iron Flesh, try to just buff the health, try to buff our health, become a little bit more of a tank. After that, though, I think we will buff maybe Strength and some Charisma once again. Polearms 42, Archery 21. I would think I will go ahead and buff our one-handed, because I do want to purchase a sword pretty soon here, so it'd be nice to have some good stats for that pretty much right away. Although, again, if I'm investing in a one-handed weapon, I should also try to get a shield then, because it's really not worth it if you're going to... only have a one-handed weapon without a shield. You might as well just have a two-hander to have the better damage. Tribal Orc's going to be running away from us now that we have some better troops. And it looks like our second bowman of Blackroot Vale has regained his health and will be once more able to join us in the fray. Yes, Forlong the Fat is here. Very nice. We'll go ahead and talk to him. He was one of the lords who, of course, went to the aid of Denethor in the Siege of Minas Tirith, although he was one also of the lords who perished at the fight of Pelennor Fields. I'm Forlong the Fat, a commander of Gondor, the ruler of Lossarnoch. Do you have any tasks for me? A raiding party is on its way to the village near Lossarnoch. Oh. So when I was playing this before, this is actually a very difficult quest because it's like 40 wargs. And this early on with only 4 troops, including myself, I don't think we can actually do that. But we can go ahead and take a look here. You can see that he actually, or the Lossarnoch forces actually have a different overall look to the rest of the Gondorians, which is nice. They're more focused around axes and such, which makes them pretty good in terms of dealing with armored forces. We can go ahead and go straight to Minas Tirith, I think. Go to the White City. We have lost 22 resource points for troop upkeep. And I think that will be happening a little bit more, because I think I'm going to go ahead and invest in some levies. Not the noblemen, those can turn to cavalry, but I think we're going to go ahead and invest in levies, because these guys do have a chance of spawning with a bow, but they actually turn into pretty decent infantry as well. So I'll go ahead and get 4 of them, which would cost them now 31. And I think that will be good for now. We can go ahead and talk to Denethor and maybe try to get, yes, the companion here. Cyrodiil is actually a companion, which is nice because he can't actually die in combat. He will only get knocked out. Hail, visitor, might I ask what your business is here? My business is Gondor's business, and who are you? How grateful of you to inquire about me. I have newly been assigned as a guard of his stewardship hallways. Proud duty, if I may say so. If not, very eventful. I've been trained as a Minas Tirith watchman in order to keep order in the White City and serve my lord as steward. You want to see the world. Very good. I'd like to have you join me. Needs to talk to his sergeant. Okay, go ahead and do that. Oh. Alright, the guard sergeant will not let me go. I'm afraid it costs 1 influence. Oh, I'm afraid. Costs 1 influence with Gondor. We've got 3 influence, so we can go ahead and do that. We've got 2 influence remaining to us. And here's another lord, Hurin of the Keys. Do you have any tasks for me? Another village, dude. I can't do that. I can't deal with wargs at this early on. Maybe after this, we'll try to talk to some more lords, gain some more quests, and also... Oh. I can kneel. Alright. And maybe also try to hunt down some more tribal orcs just to upgrade our troops. Yes, Steward of Denethor, we all know who you are. We're at war with Mordor, Harad, Khand, and Umbar. And I am already part of the Gondor forces, so I am also at war with them. Mordor, or Baragon, we received reports. Another raiding village. I can't do that. I'm sorry, dude. Ooh, they look very nice. Steward's Guard. I don't think that's actually a unit you can gain. You can gain like Swordsman and Spearman of the Tower Guard, which looks similar to them. You can't gain that exact unit. I think the only difference, though, at least in terms of looks, is that the tunic that you can get of the tunic of the units that you can get is actually black instead of white. However, we'll go ahead and leave now, and I believe we actually have 9 troops now because of Cyrodiil. And I think we can go ahead and make our way to West Osgiliath. Try to talk up with Faramir, because I believe he either starts in West Osgiliath or maybe Henneth Anun. Yes, Faramir is in fact here. One of my favorite characters in the books, and I think he was kind of not underrepresented in the movies. However, I think the actor did do a phenomenal job. I just don't think the script was I don't think it really did justice to Faramir as a whole. However, I am Faramir, Commander of Gondor. Do you have any tasks for me? No, you do not. Oh, okay. Sorry, dude. I wanted to help you. But yeah. Smithy. Let's see what they've got here. We've only got 267 resource points, but I would really like a sword. Heavy Ranger sword. That looks nice, but ooh, 3,100. Gondor Infantry sword. 585. We might have to try and get that, honestly. And Heraldic Round Shield. We'll definitely have to try to get that Gondor Infantry sword. 28 cutting damage and 21 piercing damage. That'd be a thrust. Definitely might have to pick that up. Alright. Interesting. We definitely need some better armor and just pretty much anything all around. Looks like we don't actually have a Guildmaster here. We'll go over to Caer Andros, see if the Guildmaster there has anything for us, because I do know that there is a Guildmaster here. We also need to be careful as we get closer to Khand, because they do have cavalry, which we aren't really equipped to deal with at the moment. Caer Andros Guildmaster, how are you doing, my man? How can I serve our cause? We need food. 4 units of food in 10 days? Sorry, I would do that maybe later on, but I can't really invest in food that I'm just going to give right away at the moment. No one here? Alright. I did see a party of orcs out here. Orc stragglers, 2 orc warriors, 10 tribal orcs, and 2 mountain goblins. We've got 9 troops. I think we will go ahead and do this battle. Because I think it would be nice to kind of end the first episode on a battle like this. So we will go ahead and start this one. Prepare to face them. We have 9 versus 14. Alright, this one will be close, so we do need to be careful. Okay. Archers up front, infantry behind. We only have 2 archers, but, you know, whatever. That's okay. Infantry, I would like you to stand up much closer. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much. And archers, I'm going to have you pull back pretty soon here. I was hoping you'd get some kills. Come on. Come on. Alright, boys, here we go. Actually, I don't want to tell them to charge quite yet. There we go, boys. Go for them. First blood goes to me. Another one. Oh no, Cyrodiil. Or Cyrodiil, however you want to say. Oh no, there goes a bowman and a levy. And I'm almost dead myself. Guys, help me out. Ah, very good, man. Good job, Hunter. We only have 1 troop left, guys. Let's go ahead and end him. Oh no, the bowman! There we go, we got him. So that was close. We only have two men left standing. However, the other guys are all just knocked, so we should be okay. Yeah, nice way to end the episode. Hey, don't waver, we won. Yeah, so we lost 3 levies wounded and 2 bowmen wounded, as well as Kirdil. But we killed all of the orcs. Well, actually, we only killed 8, but 6 were wounded. Go ahead and end that. We were able to... We got 7 experience, 9 resource points, and we have some soldiers ready to upgrade. So I'll go ahead and do that. So 1 levy can go to a watchman, a little bit better in melee. Also a little bit better armor, just better all around. So actually, I think before we end this episode, we will go ahead and see what's up with Henneth and Noon. Maybe try to recruit 1 or 2 rangers. They're definitely good archers, but they are expensive, and they don't have quite as good armor as some of the other archers. Also, if we go to the secret cave, there is actually a very good companion here. His name is Mablon, who is actually mentioned in the books. Yeah, here he is. He's a very good trainer as well as tracker. He's got excellent pathfinding and spotting, but we can't actually get him until later on because he costs a lot of influence points with Gondor. However, barracks. You would like some volunteers, but I don't know how... Ooh, joining cost is 63 and their weekly wage is 21, so they're really good. But I don't think we will quite be able to afford that right now. However, I think I will go ahead and end the video now. So we will continue this later on. I hope you guys will enjoy it. And again, this isn't going to be taking over Reforged or anything. This is basically just something to upload in between Reforged replays, so I can start uploading a little bit more consistently. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you did. If you did not, just tell me what I did wrong, and I'll be sure to fix it for the next one. So farewell wherever you fare, till your eyes receive you at your journey's end.